Are you gonna let your son have a girlfriend before your daughter have a boyfriend? Are you gonna be that type of parent?
Of course.
What
Of course.
are you sexist, Kyle? Like what is this? This not 1999.
Mm,
Don't you feel like
that's
that's
hard.
gonna don't you think that's gonna make your daughter want to go out and do more? Because she's gonna be like, damn, my brother can get away with X, Y, and Z, but I can't. So I feel like that gonna make your daughter be even more mischievous. You was in high school.
Bro, I'm just saying, like,
Bro, you was in high school. You know the girls that was out there were the ones that probably had the stricter parents, probably had no reason to, but probably was something was going on at home where they were like,
even when they dad let me go on a date with them, I was still trying, bro. I was still trying. It don't matter if the dad approved it. Like, I was still trying. So am I gonna approve the date? No, bro. Like, yo, Trayvon, all I can say is I'm just doing my best. I just try my best, bro. Whatever it is. Like, if it was my kids, they need this, or my son want to need some advice. My daughter needs some advice about a guy. I'm gonna try my best to answer the question, but
so
she gonna get more
so
emotion
your
out of
daughter
me.
your daughter come to you at 16 and ask you about sex.
No, I'm not the person.
What you mean
I'm
you
not.
you the perfect person, bro? What's going on here? If she can't talk to you, who's she gonna talk to? Another dude on
All
the
right,
street?
listen. I am the person. Okay, let's say I am the person. Don't ask me to sugarcoat my answer. Don't ask me, oh, tap into dad mode, because I'm already in dad mode. My dad mode is gonna say, let me think, 16, and she talking about boys. Don't you got homework to do? You worried about boys? You got all this. You got other things to do. Is your room clean? Don't you need to drive? You 16. Like, you worried about boys. It's so much other thing. Go in your room and go ask your mother.
What's good? It's your boy Trey the Realist, and it's episode number 18 of If You Don't Mind Me Asking. I got one of my day ones in the building, my boy KG, all the way from New Jersey. I'll pass it over to
Yes, sir.
him and let him introduce himself.
Yeah, it's your boy Kyle George from New York. Grew up in Willenboro. This my hometown. Grew up with my boy Trayvon playing football since Pop Warner. We just get busy. That's it.
Are you really from New York?
Yeah. I'm from Brooklyn, for sure.
How long you lived in
I
New York?
came out here when I was like 11, so 11 years. Yeah, I represent Jersey though, man. That's just my birth certificate say New York. You know, I represent New Jersey. I represent Willenboro. You know, this is my hometown. I grew up out here. This is where I had the most fun out here. So
So
this is really my stomping grounds.
how was that move from New York to New Jersey? Was it a big adjustment or was it easy for you?
It wasn't even comparison. Like, honestly, when I moved from New York, I was just bad in New York. Like, I was just doing whatever I wanted to do. Just, getting in trouble in school. Not saying I wasn't getting in trouble when I got out here. It was just my environment. It was a complete environment change. Like, from being on the stoop, bro. And I was younger too, so from being on the stoop, playing, going to your cousin's house every day, to coming to the suburbs and being outside, playing basketball every day. Playing catch, playing street football. We couldn't play no street football in Brooklyn streets, so it was a complete. Like, I wasn't one of those people that came to the suburbs and was always trying to go back to New York. Like, when I came out here, I wasn't trying to go back. I was trying to play. I was trying to be outside. I was knocking on people's doors, seeing who was coming outside. That's kind of, my transition.
Who was your first friends out here that you made? Do you remember?
Yeah, for sure. Travis McLeod, one of my first friends. Ronald and Nikki and Jeff Clark and everybody, just people that lived in my neighborhood.
So you just knocked on their door. You just saw them playing outside. How did y'all even get together?
I mean, when I first moved out here, I call him my cousin, Robert Dunn. He used to right across the street. So it started off with him just being on the block, just starting in front of the house, just walking around the block and stuff that I never did, going around the block, going down the street, going to the park that was like right around the corner from my house, and then, seeing more people playing at the courts, and finally starting school. That's how it really started off. Then you started meeting people, you started seeing them outside of school, and it started getting real mixy.
When it comes to your athletic background, what was the first sport that you played?
Baseball.
For real?
Baseball. Yeah, I think I started, I think I wanted to play football, but I think it wasn't the season. It wasn't at the season when I was asking. So, like, my mom was just trying to throw me into the first sport. And with baseball, I was just happy to be outside. I was just, what? baseball really introduced me to, like, at that time and that age, like baseball really introduced me to everybody that I still know, all my friends, Martin, like even people that y'all probably don't know, Tony and Sipo. Like we all used to play, like, baseball back in the day. Little B, that was, that's how when I first got introduced to them, and then later on it became the basketball recreation league, and then you start playing basketball. Yeah,
It's funny
then
because baseball was my first sport, but I was ass. I don't think so. That's probably why you don't remember me from Pal, but I was ass at baseball back then. But I remember Martin, Aaron, Sipo, Brandon, it's back, in the Pal
yeah,
baseball
Chrissy
team and stuff
Lou.
like that. Yeah, so I remember those times, but I was cheeks at pretty much every sport I played until I got to football. Like I was cheeks at baseball, I was cheeks at basketball. But I really, and I look at it right now, I really don't think I took the time to even really learn the game, if that makes sense. I feel like if I would have actually took the time to like actually develop my skills, I could have been something. Cause I had like the intangibles, but Sipo and Martin, they like really loved baseball. Like they were watching it, like they was really in tune with the sport.
Yeah, for me it was more like just competitive. Like I was just always competitive. I always wanted to, like, if it was something that boys did, I wanted to hit it harder or punch it or whatever the case is. Like we wrestling, like I wanted to slam the person, or like I was just mad competitive, dog. So like, when it came to baseball, we used to go to bat cage. I remember Martin dad used to be a coach, and we used to go to the bat cage. What bat cage used to be fun as hell. We used to be the balls used to keep coming. We just kept whacking them. That used to be the best thing ever.
My
I'm surprised we
fat
don't do that shit now.
my fat ass uses like baseball just for the chicken tenders and the
Oh,
baseball food.
going to the stands,
Yeah, it used to be good as hell. Like how much them chicken tenders? 250.
them
Run it
cheese
up.
fries.
Yeah, run that shit up, yo. So I really enjoyed that, but I was kind of a late bloomer in football. Like what year did you start playing football?
Oh, I was a late too. I started playing probably seventh grade year.
Damn,
I
for
started playing like
real?
seventh grade.
I thought you played
Yeah,
your whole
yeah.
life.
Heck no. I started playing like seventh. I probably used to lie and say, "Yo, I used to play this shit since I was a little kid." But nah, I started playing seventh grade, bro. I still remember that shit like yesterday, bro. First day of practice. I remember we signed up. So how good sign up did. People used to watch you, see who's signing up for the first couple of days. I used to go up there like, oh yeah, I'm about to sign up. I'm about to get my mom to, pay the money. It was like 220 or something like that. I'm about to get my mom to pay the money. Everybody used to be watching me like, yo, Kyle, you playing next day in school, man. They really convinced me. Practice started like the next day, bro. First day of practice. We used to do them little side hitting drills, like one person coming this way, one person coming this way. First person that ever hit me, and he hit hard too. Back in the day, he used to hit hard. He always hit hard. I ain't gonna say hard, but Ali Washington whacked me, bro. I had the ball in my hand thinking I knew what I was doing. It was like, yo, just make sure you lower your shoulder. I'm like, man, I got this. Da da da. Ball came. I lowered my shoulder, but like, I guess I ain't. You supposed to like go all the way down, put your leg at a certain. Da da da. Bro, he destroyed me and the ball. Like the ball, I done fumbled, done hit the ground, bro. It was like, damn. But that shit made me for real, for real. Like after that, I grew. Became a good player. So I ain't mad at it.
So when did you know you was actually good at football? Like what year did it hit you like, you know what, I actually got the skills and the intangibles to be great?
I mean, that same year, like once I learned,
Man,
like,
you so you said you started off nice. I don't know. You started off nice.
yo, once I found the heart to tackle, it was right. Like I didn't play offense back in the day. Like it was a straight defensive end. I had mad nice people behind me. Like I had to develop. I had Big B. I had Josh Sherman. I had Keelan Glover. I had Kenny King, and they always like my size or bigger. And during all the drills, all the like grasping drills, like I had to learn fast. I feel like once I learned that chopping the leg, once I seen the DB start chopping legs, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Like running backs used to come around the corner, and the corners used to come and just slice their legs, bro. What? Once I learned that and I'm playing defensive end and the quarterback coming in, I could just slice his leg, bro. It was a wrap, bro. I gained my heart, and then after that, I felt like I should have been starting. At that time, coaches is people, kids, and
Oh
it
yeah.
was mad. It was mad politics, and we definitely had a group of good defensive
I'm
ends.
about to
So
say
I'm not gonna
Pop Warner, what was it, 125, 134 out of fives and like unlimited or something like that? Like
unlimited. Yeah,
nah, we was good back
yeah.
then. It's funny because I started playing because of Brandon. Like Brandon literally signed me up and told me like, yo, practice at this date. And I was just like, oh shit. Like I showed up and I remember what was his name? It was Ralston. It was Ralston there, man. Ralston was making fun of that special kid. Yo, not no fun of no special kid. He making fun of that special kid during the he like run another lap. Run another lap. Kept making him run. I'm like, yo, where am I at? I'm hearing like kids curse. I'm hearing like pretty much us being allowed to be young men in a way. So I was like, damn, I never had that experience in basketball and baseball. So I was like, damn, this is like a whole different experience for me. And my first year, I was horrible. I think I had like 500 yards and penalties. I kept going off sides. Like they kept going on 2, and I kept going off the first down like each and every time. But from that day forward, from after that year, I was like, yo, I'm never going off sides against. I'm never getting penalties. And I just practiced my patience. I don't think I started getting really good at like football until probably sophomore year. I think freshman year we was all good, but I think I started knowing that I was good after that Maryland camp sophomore year that we went to.
Oh yeah,
And like that shit was
that was
live.
lit.
And that's when I realized, like, no offense to our coaches in high school, that they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. No offense to Coach Bob, but like he just made it being like a 3-point stance all day to take a right step. Where it was like when we went to Maryland, it was all about 1/3, block this side of the defender. Where I was like, oh, this actually is a method to being a lineman. Like literally, that camp pretty much saved my whole football career because before it was just me bull rushing. But when we went to that camp, actually techniques and schemes were taught. So I was like, all right, I can take this and put this in my bag, and I took that all the way to college. But you was the man in college. You made Wesley Hall of Fame, right?
Oh yeah. I was definitely happy about that.
Going to Wesley, because you said you started off as a DM, but then you transferred over to tight end. How was that transition? Like, did you want to play offense, or did you always want to play the defense?
I always wanted to play, tight end. I always felt like I catch, run routes. I should have went D1 for tight end. I was just, stuck on going to Rutgers and being close to home. And, they sold me that dream. So at the
You
time,
and Brandon pissed me off with that shit. Like y'all was so stuck on one school where it was like, yo, there's other schools out there that you could have went to. Like Brandon, he could have went to SEMA with me and could have went to the league. I went to school with mad people that went to the league, and I think Brandon had that drive. When I went to, only thing I can say is that the difference between me, you, and Brandon is that I feel like y'all really had the drive in y'all. Where like when I went to college, it's like I'm with a whole bunch of white boys. They not talking shit. They low key racist, and it was I didn't really feel it anymore. Where it was like when I was with you guys, it's almost like when you with a pack of wolves, you become a wolf. When you with people that aren't wolves, you low key turn to that. And so I wish Brandon would have went there because I feel like we could have fed off each other, and I could have probably been more than what I was in college.
I kind of feel like Big B was like that too. He might relate to that story.
And so I think Brandon going like D2 or whatever, I think that affected his confidence more than anything. Where it was just, bro, just because you D2 don't mean you can't. I knew people who were D1 who was ass. But I'm like, how you even get here? You know what I'm saying? Where
right.
To me, it's like it's
this
not where you
something.
was landed. It doesn't matter where you land at. It doesn't matter what you do. And I really think when he went D2, he was like, damn, like, am I really that nice? When it's like, yeah, you is.
I feel like, who told you that though? Like, I feel like nobody told us that. We was just, yo, we like this spot. We was like stuck on this spot. So like, I don't know who gave you the idea, like, you should go here, you should go here. Like, we was just like making our own decisions. Like, yo, this is like, oh yeah, we like this hyped up. We trying to do it.
My whole thing is I wanted to just go D1 period. And you don't know Salim. Salim played for 1-1 I think like a 04 and 05, with Marvin. And Salim was just like, come out to Missouri. Trust me, you can go to where you want to go. So he kind of was in my ear during that time period to maybe be like, yo, like get out of 1-1 where I wanted to go to Rutgers and Temple too, but they kept telling me like your GPA is good, but your SAT score isn't that. Every school I was going to, they was like, all right, you got a 3.0, but you got to have at least a 1450 on your SATs. And I was like around like 1170. So I kept taking the SATs over and over again. And then finally SEMO came and they were just like, nah, you good. So I said, I don't have to take the SATs no more. I took it like 4 or 5 times. I couldn't get above like 1170 or 1190. Like, I think 1190 is like my highest. So I was just like, yo, I don't have to do nothing else. And they was just like, nah, full scholarship, come on. So I was like, yo, it's a no-brainer.
I'm trying to think. Like you said, what 1190? I don't even remember the score numbers, but like I don't think I never even heard that number. Like I don't think I had that. I don't think I needed that number. Bro. Like
Bro, you was
that
probably
number, it
good
sounds
enough.
pretty.
You probably was good enough where like these schools pretty much telling me like, and mind you, I had like a 3.2. So I'm thinking, like, yo, my GPA. They was like, yeah, your GPA. But a lot of the schools I was going to was like that offered me was like Ivy League school and stuff like that. It wasn't like
You think he
no.
was undersized?
I
You
didn't
think
think
he was undersized?
I don't think I was undersized till I went to SEMO because like they put me at right guard. It was like you too short for tackle, and I was like, what you mean I'm too short for tackle? They was like, yeah, you too small to play tackle at this level, and I'm just like, yo, y'all not even giving me like even a chance to even prove myself, and they were just like, nah, you're right guard, and that kind of fucked with me too because I thought like tackle was my bread and butter for real, but they put me at right guard, and I think I had one other black lineman. His name was Josh, and Josh was nice as hell, but they was low key hoeing his ass because he had like a bad attitude where he was like, pretty much. I won't say he was cocky, but he was confident. Sometimes when you with a bunch of white coaches, they don't like confident black people too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, not unless you like a receiver or a running back or something like that. But when it came to linemen, they want you to just be one way, like disciplined and hard nosed. And it was like, nah, we trying to have fun here, but it wasn't that way in college for me. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was a bad school for me, but I just think it was such a culture shock going to like an all black high school to an all white college, and I just didn't know how to really adjust to it. Like it took me a long time to adjust to it.
So my thing is like, so how can you say you feel like Big B should have did something different if like you didn't really enjoy it as you don't feel
because
like you enjoyed it as much as you should.
because our whole defense was black. That's why I'm saying it. Like I think he would have been good with them. Like I wanted to play defense so bad because that's where all the niggas was at. Like, and I'm eating with the D line. I'm kicking it with the D line. So I'm cool with the D line. I'm cool with the offensive
Yeah.
skill players. And I know for a fact Brandon would have thrived amongst that. You know what I'm saying? The competition because like they were kind of like us, but it was like, yo, they was like, nah, Trevor, we need you on O-line with these country white boy bumpkins. Like, no offense to my O-line, but that's what they were. You know what I'm saying? So I was with them the
Yo,
whole.
listen. I think also that might be a thing because I did that at my school too. Like when I went to Wesley, I chill with Big B, my boy DC, my boy Namdi. Like I chill with all D linemen. So it might be maybe because maybe we like, had the same experience. Like, but don't get it wrong. Like I still chill with the O line. I still chill with the. I was a tight end, so but I still chill with the tight end. Still chill with the O line. But my group was the D line. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I can actually relate to that. And like maybe I felt the same way. Like I just relate. They just
But
maybe we're just aggressive. These and they're the most aggressive bunch type of thing.
but also I feel like I don't really know how your college thing your college road really went, but I feel like when you start off and you start off with success, that's like the biggest thing. Like for me, my downfall was freshman year I had the hunger, but when I got injured at the end of the beginning of my sophomore year, where it was like, all right, the ball is yours, we're gonna start you. Like we had to play at Bush Stadium, STL, like at a baseball field, pretty much. So we playing this big money ball game. First pull, man, like I slipped on the mud and like my whole ankle, I just felt like a crack. But we didn't have any depth, and I was talking to the trainer, and I was just like, "Yo, I can't go," and he was just like, "Well, we're gonna shoot you up with this shot, and you got to go back in." And I was like, "Bro," I said, "I can't even put pressure on my leg." And they were just like, well, it's either you or this dude named Cheese who was horrible. And they was like, we're not putting Cheese out there. So I was like, so you rather me go out there and get like my running back and quarterback hurt because I really can't go. And these niggas played me on a hurt ankle for like a whole season. And I'm like, literally, like, I feel like that was like my downfall because I was doing so hot in summer camp. I was like on fire. But as soon as I got hurt, it was like I couldn't get a chance to heal. Like I had to play every game. Like they wouldn't let me get no rest because we didn't have no depth in our roster. Even though we was D1 double A, we didn't have no depth when it came to the O-line. Like all the depth was like at receivers and in defense. So they ran me to the fucking ground. So, I never got hurt before. I never got hurt when I played in high school. So I never experienced that. And I always say when you get hurt, it shows you how much you really love the game or not. Because the people who like come back strong, they really put that work in. They really love it. But like if you don't come back the same, it can hurt your confidence as well. Where it's just like, damn, like can I do it? Can I go as hard as I want to go? Will it retweak again? because like my ankle was still fucked up to this day. You know what I mean? Like it's never been the same. So for me, it
Mhm.
was all right. I had an injury, and then the coaches that came, they got fired, and we got these new coaches, and the new coaches pretty much was like, "Yo, we don't give a fuck who you are. We didn't recruit you guys, so y'all disposable." So and they treated us like we was disposable. It's hard to play football when you really don't fuck with your coach. Even though everybody want to talk about Coach Lawrence and shit like that back in high school, I fuck with Coach Lawrence. I fuck with Coach Sam's. So I really wanted to play hard for them. When I got to college and I got this new coach, his name is Coach Took, and he pretty much was like, fuck us to our face. I was just like, yo, like, fuck you. Like, I didn't want to play for real, for real. So it was like a whole bunch of stuff where it was just, I just wasn't in the right environment where it was like, I wasn't around people who were dogs. I felt like our coaches really was making it known that we're disposable, and like y'all have like a year or two before we can let you guys go, and we can recruit who we really want to recruit. And it was just really, like messy because at that time, all the black players besides our top receiver Paul was like, "Fuck this nigga." So everybody black saying "fuck this dude," and it just kind of just fall into that
Why you ain't
mix.
transfer?
Dog, I was thinking about all of that, man. It's funny because it's like I said, by the time I got injured, my love was gone. It wasn't like I still had that fire in me anymore. Maybe if I was like healthy, still at 100%, I could have did the whole transfer thing. But like I said, like the dog got out of me after my sophomore year. Like I thought I was a dog until I got hurt, and it kind of flew away, man. So it's one of those things where I can't say I have regrets, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everything happens for a reason. But honestly, I really wish I would have went to Old Dominion, man. Funny, the reason why Brandon didn't go to SEMO because they was like, all right, we're going to gray shirt you, so you got to pay one semester, and then we'll give you a scholarship in spring. And Brandon was like, oh, I ain't paying nothing. And I was like, bro, like you just got to pay one semester, like and our tuition was like cheap as hell, like it was like $5,000, for like one semester. So
Yeah, we wasn't doing that though.
yeah, but Brandon was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that shit." Where I had the same offer at Old Dominion because I wanted like Old Dominion was the first school that offered me, but they was like, "Hey, we need to get your highlight tape," and I kept asking Coach Lawrence for a highlight tape. This nigga ain't give it to me
They was
till
holding our shit
a year.
hostage.
He didn't give it to me till a year later, bro. Like he gave it to me a year later, and by the time I gave it to Old Dominion, they was like, "Yeah, we already filled our roster spot." They was like, "But if you want to come out and try out in gray shirt for a year, and we'll give you a scholarship based on how you perform." I was like, man, fuck that. But I wish I would have actually went to Old Dominion, gray shirted, and did that shit because that's where I wanted to go. That was my first school I wanted to go to. That's why I don't know whether you remember. Like I started making everybody highlight tape. I made Malcolm highlight tape. I was like, bro, I don't want you to get the same situation as me where you get screwed.
How much school debt you got?
I ain't got none.
Exactly. So you went to the right school, brother. Trust me, bro. Trust me. You went to the right school. You ain't got no school debt, bro. That joint accumulating interest right now on me, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I thought you went full
Every day
ride.
that joint. Yeah, I lost my scholarship. I graduated from, Wesley. So, I went to, you remember I went to Wesley. I won Wesley Hall of Fame.
But
So yeah.
you say you was on a full scholarship. So how you paying?
I didn't pay for Rutgers, but I still had to pay when I went to Wesley.
They ain't
And
offer you
Wesley
a
was
full
expensive.
ride at Wesley?
Nah, Wesley D3, and they was only giving me like partial scholarships and grants and stuff like that.
And you was that
So,
good? Oh man.
well, it started off when I first got there, when I had all the hype coming in. They offered me the max what they could offer me, but then I realized after my senior year that they were like basically, I'm not really paying attention, but they was really offering giving me less and less grants every year as my school went on. I'm like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny because I just found out like last year that I guess a scholarship is only worth like a year at a time. Like I guess like each year you have to like earn your scholarship again for that
Renew it.
year. Where I thought when I
Hmm.
started a 4-year scholarship, I thought it was for 4 years. My homeboys told me recently, it was like, nah, nigga, they had to like pretty much renew it each year. I was like, for real? I was a total
Yeah.
bullshit. I was a
What you
total
was you wasn't going to
bro.
class and shit? What you mean?
No, not that. Like I just wasn't performing on the field. Like I told you, I was like kind of like fuck. I was like kind of like I would say fuck football, but I wasn't performing like I should have. That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's just like
Oh, what I wanted to say, you was talking about the injury, and yeah, I went through that same thing, bro. And I already know, like you already know, I always had the dream of going to the league. Like I used to always talk about, even when no matter what school I went to, talk about it. But I can start off when I went to Rutgers. I felt like when I first got there, first of all, I'm the type of person I am. I always start off slow. Like no matter what I'm doing, like if it's a job, if it's a sport, I don't know, but I'm always good at everything, and like I'm always decent or good at everything. But I always start off slow, so I might go into the joint and I might just be average. But when I went to Rutgers, they had these braces. Oh, you had to wear them shit. The lineman, the big braces, the lineman had to wear.
Yeah.
They for the first couple of weeks we didn't have to wear it. And I felt like I was doing real good. I was getting a good, decent pass rush. Don't get me wrong, I was still new, still a freshman, was still wasn't doing good. But I felt like I could progress. Like I was getting past certain people, da da da. But as soon as they put them braces on my legs, they activated that little bone in your shin. You know what's that joint called again?
Fibula, talking about
Uh,
the meniscus.
yeah, whatever fibula. I think it's the fibula. People be putting a little band on it.
Yeah.
Bro, they activated in my legs, so I'm wearing this freaking big ass brace every day, and I could barely run now, and I could barely walk. And they, as days and days started going on, you started thinking about like, damn, can I really play? Am I really good? Like, is this really gonna be bothering me? Like, am I really like everybody's killing me right now? But I be feeling like sometimes when you sit back and you give yourself some time, you let a season go by. Like I know you was talking about like it happened that one season, you got an injury, and you let your season go by. But when you start fresh that camp season next year, and you're not worried about this injury, and you probably went through the injury, your body probably masked it. You can put the strap back on and lace it back up, and everything feels better, and you're not thinking about it, and you just move it how you want to move. That's when you get that drive again, bro. And that's kind of how I went through. Like I had injuries like that too, where like you start questioning yourself, like, damn, can I really play? But you gotta chalk it up to that's what it would have been like when we went to the league. These niggas be playing hurt all the time. We be thinking
But
about like,
these
oh yeah, they
niggas
still supposed to
getting
get
paid
100 yards.
millions. It's different from now. Now these kids can get the NIL deals and shit like that. Yo, I was on scholarship, nigga. I was still barely
Don't start
eating.
that.
I was
Don't
still.
start that
I'm
shit.
eating PB&J sandwiches every day. You know what I'm saying? Like at my school, you only could get 15 meal credits or whatever, and that shit going by Friday. So weekend, you like we starve eating pizza after the game because they're giving us pizza boxes for dinner and shit like that. So for me, it's
You
just
know how
what,
it go, bro. You got to get cool with the lunch ladies, bro. I don't know what you be on, bro. But
bruh.
me and
These
everybody I
white
know, we
schools
was
don't
cool
give
with
a
the lunch
fuck.
ladies.
These white ladies, they don't give a fuck about these niggas asking for food.
Nigga, cause I ain't talking about the cute ones. You gotta go for the ugly one then. You gotta do what you gotta
These
do,
are
bro. You
old
gotta get right
ladies.
to the joint.
All I'm saying is still, bro, at the end of the day, these kids are able to, like my homeboy, he a coach at Colorado, man. He was saying Shador had like people had like Lambo trucks and shit like that during a season. They don't need to ask for no money. They could have stayed in college and been just as good as when they going out to the league. Like we didn't have the opportunity back when we was like if I actually saw the money back then, yeah, nigga, I would have been lacing it up more and
Different.
more. It would have been way different. So if I was in the league getting paid millions, man, fuck this bum ass ankle. Yeah, I'm playing. Pill me
Yeah.
up. Pill me
Yeah.
up. Give me that shot. Yeah. But when you
That's
but
definitely true.
but when you
Yeah.
struggling, man, and just trying to, and mind you, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna make it sound like it was horrible because I ain't gonna lie, I had the most fun being when I was broke. When I was broke, I had the most fun in college. So I can't make it seem like it was that bad. But if I would have got actually paid and see the revenue, because this school is making millions off of us. You know what I'm saying? And we
That's a
just
fact.
and they giving us what like whole turkeys after the game and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this not enough. This not compensating for what we doing for y'all, yo. Like y'all have to give us more than a whole turkey and a Domino's pizza box after a game. Like y'all gotta do way more than this, yo. For real, for real. All right. Off of this. All right. So we want to get to more you and things like that. Cause as I was saying is, since you was an athlete, do your son have to be an athlete, or would you mind if he said like, Dad, I want to be an engineer or a doctor? Like, do you feel like he has to get some type of experience in the sports world?
Of course. Of course. What?
What if he just
I
like
mean,
what if he like crying saying like I don't like this, Dad, like I want to be home working on a computer, making a computer, Dad.
I mean, if you thinking about it like that, then it sounds right. But no, like my son is growing up. Like it's not like he's an adult. So like yeah, people thinking about it as like, yo, he's at 13 and he's deciding this. No, he don't make decisions right now. If I wanted to, when he turned 4, he's still not gonna make decisions. Like what age you start football? Like 4 or 5, something like that. I don't know, but I didn't play that at that age, so I wouldn't know. But whenever you start football, you're not gonna be making decisions for yourself. he gonna be out there. I don't care if he gotta sit on the sideline for a year or you don't know what you really like. I tell you what happened to me. I know a lot of people that quit first time they got hit. My son not gonna be able to. He gonna have to work through it. There's
Right.
ways to not get hit like that. There's technique. Like learn. This is a part of learning. Like that's how I feel about it.
But you saw,
He ain't got no choices.
but you, all right. But you see how football kind of affected your psyche about us not going through for you how you wanted to go. Do you want your son to go through that same thing?
I'm not saying I'm not gonna introduce him no more. Like I definitely agree that football consumed my life. Like that, we was obsessed. We was doing too much. I used to miss vacations. I used to like all my family's in Grenada during the summertime, and I'm focused on football and trying to get training while they all having the memories and the time in their life. So like it definitely affected my life, but I'm not going to deprive my son from the experience it did. Like that was the love of my life. Like I can't knock the fact that like, I don't watch as much football as I used to, and I do be on my bullshit with with football. I could just forget about it sometimes and be annoyed, but I'm not going. My son needs to like we. I want
My,
to. I gotta introduce my love to my son. That's all it is.
but do you don't feel like you'll have any side effects after football? Like I feel like I had a side effects after football that I don't know about. Like when it comes to maybe my mind might not be all right. My body ain't how it should be. My shoulders are shot. Like it's a lot of toll in your body that comes out throughout the years. Is that really worth it?
First of all, like you was in the trenches. Like you was in the trenches most of your time. Like, and I was in the trenches too. But I think my biggest skill is that I'm a technician. I wasn't like banging with everybody all like every play. Like you know how all y'all be like throwing your shoulders and your head into people. Like I didn't do that. Like even when I played defense and I was tackling, like I was a technician. Like I was doing pass rush moves, swimming and ripping and like not trying to get touched, or if I was banging too, I was trying to deliver the force and like what I'm saying. So I don't feel like I was damaging my body as much as everybody else. Maybe like route running, stomping and doing shit like that, but nah, like I don't feel like my body was beat up or like I used to hate when I get hurt and then like I feel it for a long time. Like what can I say still hurts on me? Like I know people have lingering shoulders, lingering arm, and like I don't have nothing like that. So I don't know. Like I said, my biggest skill was like I was a technician. Like I wasn't banging up with people like that. Like only when I had to. Like,
Okay. I know you have a son and a daughter and stuff like that. Do you feel like you're gonna be harder on your son than your daughter?
of course,
Why?
it's
Why? Why?
already
Why?
like that
Why?
for
Why,
real.
why not be the same with both?
It's not the same, bro. It's
Why,
there's
why is it not the
oh
same?
yeah,
Why is it not the same?
yo, cause like yo, I believe in like gender roles for real. Like I believe in like there's a male role, there's a female role, and not through everything. Like sometimes shit do be equal, but there is a role. And like even when people don't acknowledge it, but they still acknowledge it because they still act like men got to do certain things, women got to do certain things. My son is gonna realize that. Like I can even say like the other day, I got twins, and when I used to pick up my both of my kids, I used to pick them both up. Like when they both would cry, they start walking, and one would cry, the other would cry. But now they're two, about to be three. They heavy. You know what that means?
Yeah.
My son, when she cried first, and I pick her up, bro. You gotta walk, my boy. Like I might get a good 30 seconds, a couple steps into the door or something with both of y'all in my arms, but you gotta walk, my boy. Like, I mean, yo,
What?
bro, is it not harder for us?
But my thing is this. But I don't think it's as hard as it used to. I feel like back in the day, yeah. But I feel like now it's more so these women stepping up, showing that they can get it done. So my question is this: what if your kids get older and your daughter is a tough, aggressive one, and your son more the reserved one? Or you want to be like, nah, you got to be girly, or you gonna let her be a monster at whatever she does? Because Brandon said his
She
daughter
could be.
can't. Brandon said his daughter can't fight. She can't play foot. She can't do none of that stuff. So I'm just like, what if that is in her? Well, what if she is just a hard ass girl out there? Are you going to be like, nah, you got to be reserved, you got to be feminine, or are you going to encourage her actual personality?
I feel like when people forget that, like I'm trying to like grow my kids. So I feel like
But grow them into what?
no, in the way I envision. Like I'm trying to teach them manners. I'm trying to teach them discipline. Like I'm trying to. Yeah, my daughter can't fight neither. Like that's not happening. and nobody allowed to put my hands on my daughter. And my son better not stand there and watch nobody put my hands on my daughter, or it's gonna be a problem with me and him. Like, yeah, but like that rough playing, bro. I rough play with my daughter now. Like I be tossing her, flinging her across the bed. Like, yeah, like yeah, I want her to be tough, but but that's just Brandon's vision. Like Brandon's daughters are real girly. They totally pink. Like it's just my son and my daughter. Like he has girls on girls and girls. So like that's probably how his vision is. But mine is like I got my son and my daughter. Like my daughter got to be a little tough because my son be doing all types of shit. They be hitting each other. He was crawling through a little tunnel thing the other day. He took her wand and started smacking the tunnel. He knew her head was there. He still smacked the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna be a little tougher though. She got to be.
All right, so we talking about them as babies right now, but what when they get older? What if they are you gonna let your son have a girlfriend before your daughter have a boyfriend? Are you gonna be that type of parent?
Of
Or
course, of
what
course.
are you sexist, Kyle? Like what is this? This not 1999.
Mm,
Don't you feel like
that's
that's
hard.
gonna don't you think that's gonna make your daughter want to go out and do more? Because she's gonna be like, damn, my brother can get away with X, Y, and Z, but I can't. So I feel like that gonna make your daughter be even more mischievous. You was in high school,
Bro, I'm just saying, like,
bro. You was in high school. You know the girls that was out there were the ones that probably had a stricter parents, probably had no reason to, but probably was something was going on at home where they were like,
even when they dad let me go on a date with them, I was still trying, bro. I was still trying. It don't matter if the dad approved it. Like I was still trying. So am I gonna approve the date? No, bro. Like, yo, Trayvon, all I can say is I'm just doing my best. I just try my best, bro. Whatever it is. Like if it was my kids, they need this, or my son want to need some advice. My daughter needs some advice about a guy. I'm gonna try my best to answer the question, but
so
she gonna get more
so
emotion
your
out of
daughter
me.
your daughter come to you at 16 and ask you about sex.
No, I'm not the person.
What you mean
I'm
you
not the person.
you the perfect person, bro? What's going on here? If she can't talk to you, who's she going to talk to? A dude on another dude on
All
the
right,
street?
listen. I am the person. Okay, let's say I am the person. Don't ask me to sugarcoat my answer. Don't ask me, oh, tap into dad mode because I'm already in dad mode. My dad mode. My dad mode is gonna say, let me think, 16, and she talking about boys. Don't you got homework to do? You worried about boys? You got all this. You got other things to do.
Uh,
Is your room clean? Don't you need to drive? You 16. Like you worried about boys. It's so much other thing. Go in your room and go ask your mother.
hold
Like
on. But okay,
I just
so your son come to you at 16, ask you about girl. We're gonna be like, all right, son. So what you got to do is this, right? You want to take him to the movies. You want to get you want to be more cool with your son about that though?
bro, this is real life, bro. Like,
I
yo,
know.
all right, let me just tell you, like, I'm really not the type of person that go by like what other people be saying. Like, this is really just how I wanted to be. Like, or the people that influence my life, that's how we want it to be. That's how I see it. So when it comes down to my son, I'm gonna react how like, yo, what girl you talking about? Like, it's gonna make me smile. That don't make you happy. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it make
Hey.
you happy, make you smile. It's my son. Like, what you talk about? Like, yeah, like what girl? What she look like? Like, come on. I'm just gonna be real with it.
And that's why I like talking to you because my thing is I don't want you to sugarcoat it. I don't want you to be like everybody else. But all I'm saying is for me, I don't have kids, right? But all I know is that I gotta realize that the world is changing, bro. Like the world is definitely changing, and I don't want my daughter to feel like I'm showing favoritism to one, pretty much. That's just me. I don't want my daughter to feel like I'm showing favoritism to one because I feel like my sisters felt the same way with me because I was able to bring girls over and my mom and dad let it, but they couldn't. Where it's just like you don't know what that makes them want to go out and be fast. I feel like most girls want to go out and be fast. And they're like, all right, I can't do it here. I'm gonna sneak out now. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to my homegirl crib, and I don't want that relationship with my daughter. I want her to be like, all right, dad, I can come to my dad, I can trust my dad. You ain't hearing that.
Listen. I am hearing it, and yeah, like that's the way of life, though, bro. Like we didn't make the rules. And
Bruh, but
we
who
we
made
just do
these
our
rules? I mean, what rules? Like, don't you make your own rules? Like, when you a parent, you make the own rules now. I'm pretty sure you're not going
why
to.
are why men the providers, bro? I don't know. Like I didn't like shit. I'm
Are
just trying
men
to
so
make money. And
are men still providers though? And I mean, I'm talking about as a whole. I'm not talking about you right now. I'm talking about as a whole now.
oh,
I'm talking about
yeah.
so I think you're talking about yourself singular. I'm talking about as men as a whole. Are we even the providers now? Because women are making just as much, even more than us, especially black women. Like I can understand when it was back in the '90s and the early 2000s, where it was just like, yeah, the man was making that all the money, but now these girls making just as much.
They definitely they doing it from work from home, remote jobs. It's definitely happening. But are you saying the black women like were we talking about 100K? Because I don't know a lot of them like they still struggling with the 65. Like they're just high maintenance. Like they still struggling like we are struggling. So
But a lot of these niggas ain't making 65K. That's all I'm saying is, I don't know whether it was done purposely or what, but all I know is that ever since women have been given the green light to go, they've been taking the most of the opportunities. Where it's like they're going to school, they're putting their best foot forward. Where like a lot of us dudes is not doing as much as these girls doing when it comes to actually putting our best foot forward. You might.
yeah, but
I'm talking
they
about.
still fucking take they still taking though, bro. Like and we not asking. Like I mean I know I'm not asking no females for money, but I know they still taking from me.
Man,
Like so, eh,
when I went to New Jersey, man, I was talking to these two girls, and they were just like, "Yo, we don't like the girls in your podcast because down south, all them girls talking about is gimme, gimme, gimme. This is out here. We just want a man just to be a man. We were like we could pay our own bill. But
mm,
can you help us? Can you help us just out when it comes to like just making us feel safe, making us feel comfortable, X, Y, Z. And I'm like, yo, that's very reasonable. And you out there in New
mm-hmm.
Jersey. So my thing is like, what girls really taking from you? Is it, I don't understand.
We heard that before, bro. I mean that's
You heard that. You say
you
they lying.
should have talked to their last man. You see, like was they married? Like that's what I'm that'd be my question. Like what your last man said, dog. Like I don't know, bro. Like they talk a good game for sure. I know it, but I ain't even talking about the taking part. Just like the quality, like people be talking about the quality, and then they can say I say it too. Like oh, I'm this and I'm that, and then I could be this, but I just be feeling like as like I said, I'm a competitor. Like I'm ready to prove myself. Like if I'm saying something I'm not like. And you, especially if you calling me out, and then I'm gonna try to prove myself. Like, what you talking about? What am I lying about over here? But at the same time, like when females be talking that I'll do this for my man, and I cook him dinner every night, and then Nicky knows only every Tuesday of the month. Like, and I keep my room clean. I keep my bedroom clean. And like they got the fucking dressers fucked up, everything.
But let me ask
Like,
you this though. Are you comparing these girls to your mom though? That's what I want to know. I feel like a lot of times as men compare these girls to what our mom did. We're just like these girls aren't our moms.
I mean, if the dishes wasn't clean, nigga, a belt might have went across my back. Like she told me to do it twice already. That's where I'm from. Like I don't know. Yeah, maybe I am comparing to like my mom forcing us to clean when we was little, and me and my sister having chores and having to do this and that and make sure everything was done in the crib. Yeah, but ain't you here to make my life easier? Like,
But my question
isn't that what we're
is,
trying to do?
and mind you, I'm just being devil's advocate right now because I hear you, KG. But are you making their
Mhm.
lives easier?
Yes.
In what
I'm
way?
shit. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm shit. I don't even want to start bragging and that, but yeah, like shit. I'll pay the bills. I'll do everything I gotta do. Shit, when we go places, you ain't never driving, you ain't never paying the bill. Shit, we ain't gotta do 50-50. Shit, just make me happy. If you ain't making me happy, we ain't gotta do 50-50.
my last question. I don't want my last question about this is this right? But what kind of girls you going for though, bro? That's my real question. Like, are you going for the girls that really are down? Or are you going for the girls who just look good and really are the ones with their hands out? Because I mean, we all got our types now.
Right now, bro, I'm not going for
I
nothing.
ain't talking
I'm
about
not.
right now. I'm talking about in your past. Like, what have you going for? Have you going for the ones? I'm talking about like, have you really dialed in on the ones that was about some shit, or were you going with the ones who were just the most fun at the time? You can be honest with me, bro. You can be honest
Um,
with me.
I think it's more of like we just testing out the pool. We just all right, go on date with this one, go out with this one, do this one. Like you measure up the girl according to like how you feel about her, how she talk, how she sound, how she look. Like like different girls get different, get treated different ways, and you just fill it out. I don't know. Like I wasn't dating one person and then trying hard to date her. Like da da da. I was more like it's not even about looks, or I'm just going on dates or just going doing things and trying to have fun, or
This is my last question for the night, because this is something my dad wanted me to ask on the podcast. Not about you, but just in general. Because I feel like I know you, and I feel like you more old school, where you are a type of dude where you approach a woman. You don't really do online dating, right? You don't do online dating?
No, no.
All right. So I'm more so of an online dater. I don't really be out here approaching girls personally, but I have seen you go out your way and present yourself well and get good results, whether you believe it or not. I don't know. That's what I have seen. So I do feel like you are one of those old school kind of guys where you're something refreshing to girls. You know what I'm saying? I feel like girls do like it when you come to them like a man and present yourself well. So for me, it's just like, where are you meeting these girls normally? Is it like just at friends gatherings, at a gas station, in a supermarket? Where you meeting your girls at?
I mean, like I said, like right now, I'm not looking for nobody.
I ain't talking about right now. I'm talking about throughout your years when you was in the field. You're not in the field right now. When you was in the field,
Yeah,
what
parties, bro?
Parties. All right.
Parties.
So I mean, come on now. Okay, so can you really find a wife at a party?
They regular females, like is that really a thing?
My
Like,
thing
you
is,
generalize
if I see,
like all black people this, like just because they go to a party does like could they not be partying for that night? Like I can go to a party tomorrow. I do not be going to parties, bro. Like come on, let's be real.
Kyle, but I feel like you go to social. I say social gatherings more than parties. You go to a social gathering, you might see something you like, go up to a girl. That's where I feel like, because even though I do online dating, I have been seeing a lot of girls at a lot of my friends get-togethers, whether it's like a game night, whether it's like they having a kickback. I'm seeing girls like that, but for me, I'm not just going out to no club and just going up to a girl. Kind of know what's out there in the club.
You don't never like I don't feel like this all the time. That's why I say like I wish if I can drink every day and be who I am when I'm drunk, I would be a talkative, better person. Like, but I don't. Like, I'm not really a big drinker, so you don't ever like, wake up some days and just feel like, or you get a fresh haircut, you just feel like.
You ask me, do I wake up some days feel like I'm that nigga? There are some days I do
Yeah.
feel like I'm that nigga. Yeah, I do, and I feel like it's happened more so recently, more so in my late 20s and my 30s. I ain't feel like I was that nigga in high school or in college.
So go outside now. Like when you feel like that, that's when you need to go outside and just.
I do go
test
outside.
Yourself.
I do go outside. My thing is, I ain't just walk. Let me rephrase it. You're right, but that's not my character just to walk up to a girl in a supermarket and be like, "Yo, excuse me, miss." Like, I never been that type of guy before. Like, there are different type of assassins. You might be a long range shooter. You know what I'm saying? You might be up close and personal. There's different type of shooters out there. I feel like you an up close and personal shooter. You like to be seen when you shoot somebody.
I've been around. Listen, bro. Listen, when we was in high school. Bro, we used to go so much places, bro, and we used to get tested so often. Like me, Martin, Rostin, Quan, like when we used to go out and there's a joint and somebody say, "Yo, that's you, right? You got to go get it." And we did it like 2 or 3 times, and you ain't go do it. Niggas start talking shit like, "Yo, you corny as hell, nigga." Like you said you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we had to just do things that you don't really want to do.
But my thing is,
just to do it.
You was around wolves that challenge you. I wasn't around wolves. I was around gamers, anime guy. I wasn't around those people growing up. Yeah, I hung out with you and Brandon when we played sports, but outside of sports, I wasn't with that. We wasn't around that. We was at Peyton crib, smoking, playing video games.
So challenge yourself. Like sometimes you gotta challenge yourself. You don't never just want to.
But my
like you don't think you could big up.
We're not going to make it seem like I never challenge myself. I have, but I'm saying it's not on my character to do it every time. I have seen you on multiple occasions from when we was young to when we got older walk up to girls and present yourself. I have done it here and there, but that's not in my character to do that every fucking day. I'm not waking up every day to prove nothing. Honestly, personally, at this stage in my life, I feel like I am the catch. You know what I'm saying? Personally, so I do feel like I'm that nigga. So a lot of times I get approached by girls. So for me, it's like I don't feel like I have to do all of that right now. But my thing is, I wish I would have put my shots up early like you did. You've been putting shots up since you was a teenager. I ain't start putting my shots up until I was 28.
So when a girl approach you, right, and now it's how do you feel now? Like when a girl approaches you, there's a lot calmer.
Yeah, I'm about to say what now that I'm confident and secure in myself. Yeah, I'm a lot more smoother. I'm not overthinking. I think when I was younger, I overthought a lot. And it's funny because I remember I would talk to like girl we went to high school with now, and they'd be like, "Oh, we thought you was fucking in high school." I was like, "Hell no, I wasn't getting no action in high school." Like, I was too much in my head thinking like, "Yo, like, what if something goes wrong? Like, what if I get made fun of for not knowing what to do, or what if I catch something?" I was too in my head back with them, and now I'm like, all right, I'm older and I lived a little bit. It's just like, yo, this is just another another chick. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it like that, but pretty much. And I feel like when girls see that, all right, you're not too pressed for the pussy and shit like that, they are more open to you than when you like younger and they like, oh, this dude don't even know what the fuck he doing. Like he's just too open type shit. We're like now it's like
I guess the question is what pushed over the edge then? Like what finally pushed you over the edge? Like to make you finally have sex or whatever the case was. Like why did they do that? That probably didn't happen in high school, and it probably happened whenever.
I think my first girlfriend in college was the first one that kind of pushed me over the edge. Like my first girlfriend was pretty popular. Like I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. Like my first girlfriend in college was pretty popular, and she kind of did speak confidence into me, where it was just like, damn, like I didn't even know all of this about myself. Sometimes it takes somebody else to be like, yo, like you do have these qualities, and be like, damn, I do. And I feel like in high school it was more so maybe girls did feel that way, but girls was scary as hell back then too. They liked when a dude made the first move and was like, all right, I'm gonna follow your lead. Where once I got to college, I realized like, damn, like you said, you just gotta make a move. For me, is one, girls don't like indecisiveness. That's what I realized in college. When you indecisive and not sure of yourself, girls can read that and they be like, all right, next. But when you're like very decisive, confident in your judgment and what you want to do, they be with that shit a lot of times. But it took me to college to kind of realize that. And then, after college, that's when I was a steakhouse manager. And I'm just like pretty much flirting with the girls coming through, you know what I'm saying? So that opened my range up even more. But when I was out there messing with 3 or 4 chicks at a time, I realized like, yo, this is not even me anyway. Like it was cool for like a month or two. And after a while, I'm like, yo, I can't even juggle these many chicks. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I'm like, all right, I experienced some people might not call it being a dog. I know niggas who mess with 10 girls at a time. Like for me, it was like 3 or 4 girls at a time for a good 2 month span. I was like, all right, I got my dog shit out. Now I just want to give me one chick I can really focus on. So that kind of where I got to at the college. So once that happened, and once you realize, oh, I can get 3 or 4 girls, your confidence go higher and higher. Like I said, the more shots you make, the more your confidence go up. But when you like shooting bricks and shit like that, you be like, damn. Like in high school, I was more so thinking like, damn, I wonder what he said to get her, rather than like, all right, nigga, what you going to say to get her? You know what I'm saying? So.
I do got a question though too. Yo, how many parties did you go to when we was in high school?
I only
like
really
house parties.
So I didn't really start going to a lot of parties till senior year. So like besides that, it was like all school parties. But like in senior year, that's when I started going to like the Millbrook parties, the fucking bucket. And, I started going to parties like that because my parents was, my parents. My parents were strict. Like my parents was old school. They wasn't letting me out the house. But like when my mom gave me the car, I think it was October my senior year, I just stopped coming later and later, and they wasn't saying nothing. So I'm like, oh, they can let me out. Like they like letting me have some freedom now. Where before it was like, Shay, we gotta be home by 10. You gotta be home by 10:30. Where I'm like, yo, I'm like in 11th grade. I gotta be home by 10:30 p.m. But when I became a senior, my parents was just like, all right, 1 o'clock, 12, you know what I'm saying? It started getting later and later. And that's when I started getting more adventurous. Cause I had a car. And I ain't gonna lie, senior year, I felt like I was I was very confident senior year, pretty much. Like I knew where I was going to college. I knew I was leaving out of Willingboro. So I was like, yo, I might as well shoot these shots while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So for my senior year, that's when I started like going to parties outside of that. But like from freshman year to junior year, it was like strictly like just school parties. Like I wasn't going to no parties besides that. I heard of the parties around, but I just wasn't allowed, to be honest.
Yeah. That's another thing I wasn't doing in New York. Like maybe when I went to Grenada, we was like, doing carnival and dancing behind trucks and shit. But when I came to New Jersey and I started doing house parties, bro, that's where all the confidence came from, bro.
The parties was long. That's what I say. Like for me, it's I kind of feel like even though I kind of wish I was out there, I do appreciate that my parents did give a fuck that much. Where it'd be like, all right, you can't be out there doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out there like that. But part of me is also just like, damn, I would hear the story about the Garfield East parties and Millbrook parties and shit like that at school, and I'd be like, damn, like it sounded like a lot of ass shaking was going.
Yo, you was missing out, bro.
For real.
You lined up on the wall, passing, bro. Niggas holding you up, bro, on the ground, bro. Oh my god.
But y'all niggas were young as hell doing that shit. Y'all niggas were young as shit doing that shit though. That's crazy. Y'all was out. I mean, I already know. I trust me. I definitely heard about those parties, man. But like I said, I don't really have too many regrets. But the funny thing is, the only way I can actually leave the house is if I told my dad. Say if I told my dad, because the only person my dad trusted was Nick. So if I told dad I was going out with Nick, he was like, "Oh, you can stay out a little bit late tonight." I'm like, I wouldn't even be with Nick half the time. I would just be out by my dolo, by myself, like just the dolo. But I would have to say like, "Yo, Nick going." My dad would be like, "Oh, Nick going? All right, it should be cool. It should be cool." But if I didn't say that, he'd be like, "Nah, you ain't going to that motherfucker." So shout out to Nick.
Did you have a girl? Did you ever get a girlfriend in high school?
Nah, my first girlfriend was in college.
Oh, your first girlfriend?
Yeah, my first girlfriend.
Damn, you ain't like no Willingboro Jones?
No, it wasn't that. But Willingboro was so cool. I feel like everybody was with everybody. Like everybody was with everybody. And that doesn't mean I wasn't kissing and messing around with like I had like one or two girls I was dibbling down. I ain't gonna say the name. I was dibbling down with, but they wasn't my girlfriends. And it's funny because now I look back on it, I had a lot of girls that was like, "Oh, Trev, I want to fuck with you, but I don't want nobody to know about it." So I'm like, "Bitch, you embarrassed?" Like I used to be like, "Bitch, you embarrassed?" But my thing is,
I'll take it.
Bro, I was so prideful back then. I would be like, "Nah, fuck it, I ain't trying to fuck with you, yo, for real." Cause I was like, "Yo, what you mean?"
You one of the niggas that mess up a good thing, bro.
Bro, I was corny back then. I'm okay. I can admit that. A lot of niggas can't admit that I was corny back then. And I look back on it now, I missed out on so much ass because of me being corny and me being prideful, yo. These girls telling me like, "Yo, like Trav, I want to fuck with you, but just don't tell nobody about it." I'm just like, "Bitch, like, I'm a D1." What you mean? Like, who is you? I was like, "Yo, who is you?" I was like, "Yo, who are y'all?" Cause it would be like girl where it was like, "Yo, you're not even popping like that to be talking like how you talking." But looking back on it, it was just me being a prideful ass kid where it's just like, yo, I should have put that pride aside. Should have just fucked around, did my thing. Because like I said, senior year, I had some experiences where I was just like, damn, I'm like, yo, I'm getting pretty far. I'm getting pretty far here.
We should have just made it there. Fucking landed it. Hey, what happened?
Niggas, the biggest thing, like, besides me kind of being scary, I was just scared of like catching something or getting somebody pregnant before I went to college. Like, I was like, yo, that was my full goal. Was like, I didn't want to be a woman, bro, old head. Like, that was like one thing where like, yo, I will be the one to pop this chick and she'll have a baby and shit, and I have to come back to this town over and over again. So when I was getting it, I was like, I already had my college thing signed. I had a goal, and I was like, bro, like, you just can't fuck this up. You know what I'm saying? Where it was, I had like a lot of chances, like, you know, to mess with some girl. Where it was, if something did happen, could I have a baby with this girl? Like, no. Am I like this now? I mean, I'm still kind of selective, but I don't be thinking about that shit now. I'm in my 30s. But back then, I was like, yo, I'm not trying to have a kid young. I don't know where these girls fucking been either. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Willingboro girls kind of fast, yo. I ain't gonna lie, like, it was kind of fast back then. I ain't saying that's a bad thing, but my ears were still to the streets now. I still know who was fucking with who. So it was just like, all right, I was out there.
I ain't gonna say that's not true, but niggas used to be lying too, though. Niggas used to be lying out their ass, so I ain't even.
I
A
mean,
lot of shit used to be rumors. A lot of shit be rumors. You know the bitch real flirty, so niggas would be lying about saying they did something, or they was just doing kissing her in the joint. Like, niggas be lying, dog.
that's
But
true.
it's a mix and match of both. Like that's what I think.
Yeah, but we
It's definitely.
reached the hour, bro. So I'm gonna end it right here. Any last words? If I let you go, KG.
Damn, we done already?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I try to keep it to an hour because nobody want to watch it past an hour.
Nah, I got it. I got it. Nah, man. I appreciate you having me on. Let me know another time, man. We could talk about some more crucial shit for sure.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate you having you on. I appreciate you coming on, man. You one of my boys. If I say if you ever need me, let me know. And it's your boy Trey the Realist. Remember to love yours. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. We have similar videos above. For exclusive content, please follow our Patreon, which is patreon.com/BearviewMedia. See you next time. Peace.